Hey everyone, it's been a little bit, but we are finally back with another edition of Pokemon This or That. This is going to be episode 8 of the series, and this is going to be a fun one. We are not doing any starters this time around. Instead, we have a Cantonian and Galarian battle. We have some Elephants doing battle. We have some Gen 1 doing battle. It's going to be a fun little mix of things. For those of you who don't know what This or That is, it's pretty simple. It's not a game. You're not going to see gameplay. Instead, it's a community-driven show or series of sorts. Basically, I am going to give you a pair of Pokemon, and the thought process here is if you were starting your own Pokemon journey, which of the two would you choose to be your starter? You've got to pick one. You can only pick one. And which of the two would that be? And you can base that on any number of things. It can be based on their design. It can be based on their usability in a regular game or in a Nuzlocke. It can be their competitive viability. It can be memories from the anime. It can be whatever drives you to select one over the other. Now, in the video, I read the Pokedex entry off, I give my take, and then in the comment section, you give your opinions as well. I like to have the community talk, I like to have the community feel, it's pretty fun to do, so yeah, that's what this is, and hopefully you enjoy it. Now, if you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're getting so close to our big goal, I cannot believe it, we're so close to that 150 goal. I wanted to hit 150 subs by August 15th. We're at about 145, give or take, right now. So that's just insane. We should definitely smash that goal now, I hope. And thank you so much for that. Additionally, be sure to like, comment, and again, give all your opinions and all your picks in the comment section below. Other than that, follow me on Twitter at HumanShield1991. It's the easiest way to stay up to date on everything going on the channel. And we just started a Pokemon Gold randomized Nuzlocke. There's a link in the description. Definitely check that out. But otherwise, let's get going. We're starting with a fun one in my opinion, and it's Gen 8 versus Gen 2 as Cufant, or Cufant, I don't know. I guess it depends on how you want to pronunciate that, but it's going one-on-one with Phanpy, and they're both super adorable. Let's get started with Cufant. I don't know the proper pronunciation, but hold on, actually, I think I can check through my data decks. Let's see. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it.
Cufant, the Copperderm Pokemon.
Hold on.
Cufant, the Copperderm Pokemon.
Okay, so the data dex app says Cufant. So I don't know, we'll just roll with that. Anyway, it's the Copperderm Pokemon, Steel type. Its Pokedex or Pokemon Sword Pokedex entry is it digs up the ground with its trunk. It's also very strong, being able to carry loads of over 5 tons without any problems at all. That is very strong. It's like an ant. Height is 3 feet 11, 220 pounds. And it evolves into Copperajah, which is just an awesome Pokemon. And yeah, very cool. And then, of course, we have Phanpy from Gen 2, the long-nosed Pokemon, ground type. It swings its long snout around playfully, but because it is so strong, that can be dangerous. 1 feet 8 inches tall, 73 pounds, and it evolves into Donphan. Now, for me, this is an interesting pairing. Obviously, they're both elephants. They're both smaller sized elephants, especially Phanpy. But I'm one of those people who've always wanted just a big, massive elephant. And I think Copperajah kind of fits that bill. It's a little gimmicky because of what it is, but I still really love it. It's just not necessarily one of the things I'm also hoping we'll see, so hopefully we get more elephants in the future. And Donphan's awesome, but it's very small. It's a little pygmy elephant. Both are great. I have a lot of nostalgia for Donphan, and as a result, Phanpy, just because of how it debuted for me in the Pokemon movie and all that. But, man, it's real tough. It's really tough. I think it's nostalgia versus overall preference. Nostalgia, I want to go with Phanpy. My overall preference might actually be Cufant. I still don't know how to pronounce it. I just heard it and I can't even remember. But I'm just going to go Copperajah because I remember its name. Or I know how to pronounce it. This is tough for me. I like the steel typing a lot. But the ground typing's cool too. I think if push comes to shove, I'm going to go with Cufant. But I could really go either way on this one. I like both, and I would love either one as a starter. Alright, and from there we go to a Generation 1 battle as Lickitung battles Kangaskhan. Now, first up, we have Lickitung, the licking Pokemon, normal type, and its Pokemon Gold entry is its tongue has well-developed nerves that run to the very tip so it can be deftly manipulated. 3 feet 11, 144 pounds. Let's just test this and see if you can hear the Datadex entry. Nah, oh well. And of course, we know that Lickitung eventually turns into Lickilicky if it levels up with Rollout, but that's not until Generation 5, I believe. Could be Gen 4, but I think it's Gen 5. Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, then we have Kangaskhan, the parent Pokemon, also normal type. If it is safe, the young gets out of the belly pouch to play. The adult keeps a close eye on the youngster. 7 feet 3, wow, that's a tall Pokemon. 176 pounds, and it has a Mega Evolution, but no other evolution. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to say its Mega Evolution is absolutely crazy strong. I just remember having so much trouble against it. Now, for Lickitung, I know Lickitung is creepy to a lot of people, and I totally get it, but for fans of this channel, for viewers of this channel, for people who watch my Pokemon Blue Randomized Nuzlocke, they know the attachment we formed for Lickitung. Is its stats the best? Not necessarily, but you know what? Clint, the Lickitung, was a solid member of our squad and helped to run things, so I definitely have an attachment to Lickitung. Kangaskhan, very cool. I think if I was just basing it on designs or even usability, I would probably go with Kangaskhan over Lickitung. But because I have that sentimental attachment to Lickitung, I would have gone with Kangaskhan. But because of the sentimental attachment I have to Lickitung, I have to go with that. The big-tongued pink guy wins for me. And be sure, again, to vote on everything in the comment section down below. Now, from there, we're going from some first-gen Pokemon to some later-gen Pokemon with Wooloo and Skiddo. First up, we have Wooloo, the sheep Pokemon, normal type. From its Pokemon Sword entry, its curly fleece is such an effective cushion that this Pokemon could fall off a cliff and stand right back up at the bottom, unharmed. 2 feet tall, 13 pounds, and it evolves into Double at level 24.
Wooloo, the sheep Pokemon. Its curly fleece is such an effective cushion that this Pokemon could fall off a cliff and stand right back up at the bottom, unharmed.
I gotta be honest, I just really love that feature. Just for those who are unaware, that's from the Datadex app. It's only available for Android as far as I know, but it's very good. Not a sponsor, although again, hey, if I ever get big enough, sponsor me. That'd be sweet. But anyway, that is Wooloo. And then, of course, we have Skiddo, who is a Grass-type Pokemon, the Mount Pokemon. And its Omega Ruby Dex entry is thought to be one of the first Pokemon to live in harmony with humans. It has placid disposition.
Skiddo, the Mount Pokemon. Thought to be one of the first Pokemon to live in harmony with humans, it has a placid disposition.
Cool. Hopefully you guys can hear that and this comes out okay. Obviously, if that does work, I could just start doing that in the future instead of reading it off myself, but we'll see. I just want to make sure everything is heard properly. But it's 2 feet 11 inches, 68 pounds, and at level 32 it evolves into Go-Go. Now for me, this is kind of a tough one because I feel like both Pokemon are... Underrated isn't the right word. I don't feel like Wooloo is necessarily underrated. It's probably adequately rated, but I feel like there's some people who really dislike it, and there's some people who really love it, and there's not a lot of people who are in between. I really love it. Not necessarily the strongest Pokemon. I don't think you're going to see one competitively. I could be wrong. I don't know the competitive scene, but I'm pretty sure. And Skiddo, probably similar. But it does have the advantage of being a grass type, while Wooloo is just a generic normal type. But still, normal isn't so bad. It can hit hard with return, for example, or something like that. I think... See, design-wise, you'd think I would go with Skiddo and Go-Go, because Wooloo is so simple, but there's just something great about Wooloo. It's so adorable. It's such a simple Pokemon, but in the right way. It feels like a Gen 1 Pokemon, which I know is a positive or negative to different people. In this case, I mean that as a positive, though, because it's simple but effective. I do like a lot of the more detailed designs in later gens. It's not a knock at anything, but sometimes simplicity is effective too. I'm a fan of both, but I think I'm actually going to go with Wooloo. Now I know that might get some hate in the comments. I apologize in advance, but it's how I feel. I prefer it. Now from there, we are moving on to what I think might be the most interesting battle of the entire episode. Weezing from Kanto versus the Weezing from the Galar region. First up, let's go with Cantonian Weezing, who is a poison gas Pokemon, poison type. If one of the twin coughing inflates, the other one deflates, it constantly mixes its poisonous gases, 3 feet 11, 20 pounds, and then eventually evolves into a regular Weezing. Now let's see if I can get the entry for it.
Weezing, the poison gas Pokemon. If one of the twin coughing inflates, the other one deflates. It constantly mixes its poisonous gases.
Constantly, it says. Some of the words aren't necessarily perfect, but that's okay. So yeah, that's a regular Weezing. Pretty cool. And then, of course, there's Galarian Weezing, who is a poison gas Pokemon also. But this one isn't straight up poison, it's Poison Fairy. Very, very cool. This Pokemon consumes particles that contaminate the air. Instead of leaving droppings, it expels clean air. 9 feet 10 inches tall, 35 pounds, and obviously it evolves from coughing just like the other Weezing does. And let's see, does it have a data dex entry?
Galarian Weezing, the poison gas Pokemon. This Pokemon consumes particles that contaminate the air. Instead of leaving droppings, it expels clean air.
Very cool, very cool. Now, this one's interesting. First of all, rest in peace, Crossbones. The best coughing ever. Fight me on it. For this one, it's basically a deal of nostalgia for the most part. I know some people either love Galarian Weezing's design or they hate it. I think it's hilarious. It's very goofy, but I think it's very funny. They're both goofy if we're being realistic, but I enjoy them both. So it's nostalgia versus a fairy typing. I don't know how Poison Fairy is as a type, because in my head I feel like it's got to be one of the stronger type combos. Because I can't imagine there's that much that are good against both to make it quite effective. I'm really not sure. I mean, I guess there's a chance adding Fairy. I don't know. I feel like it's a really good typing, actually. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I'm sure, like King, if he does one of his big breakdowns, he'll be able to tell me, hopefully. I know he doesn't like Gen 8 Pokemon as much, but still, nevertheless, I definitely enjoy both a lot. I hate to say it because I know people are going to disagree, but I've got to be honest. I really like the original Weezing. I think he's great. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Team Rocket, all that good stuff. Man, something about Galarian Weezing and its typing is just making me want to choose it. I withhold the right to change based on my mood at any given point, just like with all the rest of these. But I am going to say Galarian Weezing, and I'm almost shocked I'm saying it too. I just gotta. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the final this or that of this episode. And it's two turtles going at it as Choodle and Tortuga go 1-on-1. Let me know who you would choose between these two and why. First up, we have Choodle, the snapping Pokemon, water type. Apparently, the itch of its teething impels it to snap its jaw at anything in front of it. 1 feet tall, 18.7 pounds, and at level 22 it evolves into Dreadnought, where it also picks up a rock typing. Now let's see, does it have a data dex?
Choodle, the snapping Pokemon. Apparently the itch of its teething impels it to snap its jaws at anything in front of it.
Very cool. Now the reason I ask if it does is because I know the data dex app doesn't necessarily have everything ready yet, but it's constantly, or it's somewhat regularly updated, so I wasn't sure if it would necessarily have it, but it does. Obviously, just repeating what I said. I could probably swap them. I don't know. Either way, that is Choodle. And then lastly, there's Tortuga, who's the proto-turtle Pokemon, water and rock type. And its entry is, it was restored from an ancient fossil. Tortuga lived in the sea, but came up onto land to search for prey. That's from Pokemon Ultra Sun. It's 2 feet 4 inches tall, 36 pounds, and it eventually evolves into Caracosta? Is that how you pronounce it? Caracosta? I say Caracosta. I don't know if that's correct, but that's how I've always said it, which is also a water and rock type. And that evolves at level 37. And here is the official dex entry.
Tortuga, the proto-turtle Pokemon. It was restored from an ancient fossil. Tortuga lived in the sea but came up onto the land to search for prey.
Very cool. Like I said, I love that little gimmick. Fun. Alright, so like I said, this is the last battle of the 2, and this one's kind of interesting. If I was just basing it on these 2 designs, it wouldn't really be tough for me. Choodle is so derpy. I love it, don't get me wrong. It's oddly adorable for some reason that I can't explain because it's so ugly. But I think Tortuga is such a cooler Pokemon. But I really love Dreadnought. I think it's awesome. It's one of my favorite designs of the new generation, and I think the new generation has great designs. Kangaskhan is also very cool. I would definitely be happy with either one of these, and the typings end up being pretty similar. I think, like I said, if it was just basing off these 2 alone, I would go with Tortuga. But because I know I'd be getting a Dreadnought, in the end, I think I would choose Choodle, but I'm not sure the stats, because in my head, Tortuga is going to be the stronger Pokemon. And its evolution is going to be stronger as well. I don't know that for sure, but I feel like Fossil Mons are generally going to be stronger than one of the early game Pokemon like Choodle. So you know what? As much as I want to go with Dreadnought, and I was really tempted to, I'm actually going to go with Tortuga and Kangaskhan. It's a tough one. I could lean either way. I could lean either way with a lot of ones, but I'm going to go with Tortuga. Let me know in the comment section who you pick. And there you have it, guys. That was episode 8 of Pokemon This or That. I do hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a little bit since I was able to get one out because I was so focused on finishing the Pokemon Blue Randomized Nuzlocke, which, by the way, a full playlist is in the description for anyone who hasn't watched. And yeah, I was definitely happy to dive back into this. A lot of fun pairings here. A different variety of Pokemon. Not necessarily the most popular Pokemon in the world, but sometimes that's fun too, right? I'm someone who I don't just like the strongest and I don't just like the best. I like the variety. That's part of the fun for why I do randomized Nuzlocks, right? Because I could end up with something that isn't particularly strong and I have to work around it, try to build a team around it, and to me that's a fun idea, and I definitely enjoy doing it, and I enjoyed this, so I hope you enjoyed it as well. I had a lot of fun doing it. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe if you haven't. Again, we're so close to the 150 goal. The goal was 150 subs by August 15th. I think, if I don't want to jinx anything, but I think we might hit it before the end of the month. We'll see. I could be wrong on that. We could definitely slow down. It definitely happens. So, regardless, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know in the comment section who you choose and why. That's a big thing. I love the community feel of this. I love our channel's community feel altogether, and it's just something I want to keep pushing. So, hopefully you enjoyed that as well. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at HumanShield1991. And for those of you who are interested in Nuzlocke, I did just start a Pokemon Gold randomized Nuzlocke. And for those Showdown fans, I know the other videos tend to be more popular than Showdown to some, but I know some people do like the Showdown videos, and more of that is coming too. I do have a Generation 4 random battle already recorded, so that will be coming up hopefully in the coming days. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support lately. And until next time, later.